HermitCraft Season 9, live for the evening of Sunday, the 11th of December, 2022. Do, 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 do. Why didn't that work? Uh-oh. Now we have two problems. Let's go to bed. But seriously, why didn't the music work?
One evening as the sun went down and our cooking coals were glowing, down the path came a party hiking, and they said, folks, we're all going. We're yearning for a portal far away in a tavern full of shouting. So join us, friends, and let's descend deep into Under Mountain, deep into Under Mountain. There run dungeons hot and cold, where the monsters surge and pushes, and the youngest runes are old, where the mimics all lie waiting, and the goblin werebats roost, all the wisps and wasps and the mezzo lost, the hidden pit where we'll all plummet deep into Under Mountain. Deep into Under Mountain, all our blades will sing like choirs, as our arrows strike like drum beats, and our green flame pops and pyres. Our barbarian will stomp a brood as the rogues dance shadow play. Oh, we're sworn to go at a great tempo. We'll chant our spells as we now delve deep into Under Mountain. Deep into Under Mountain, you'll always find new gear, and your old mundane accoutrement can be handed down, don't fear. The magic items you'll attune and the artifacts you'll find. There's armor with gems and weird potions and a propeller hat that lets you ascend deep into Under Mountain. Deep into Under Mountain, the mad wizard stood gates so folks can open portals. He left clues to activate. He has a thing for puzzles and he likes to throw his voice. We're going to delve to where he dwells, to the lowest tower, to seek his power deep into Under Mountain. I'll see you there, the lowest lair, deep into Under Mountain.
Who's the guy who can conquer death? That's Joe Hills. He plays for Nashville when he plays Minecraft. That's Joe Hills. That's Joe Hills.
The summer is past, but your days keep growing longer. There's no wind in your sails, but the storm's blowing stronger. Walking hard, standing tall, keeping your head up through it all. Fighting fires, spinning plates. Goodness, how did it get so late? Down and dream. Lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and just let your mind flow downstream. Spread out in a moonbeam. Lay your head down and dream. Joe Hills is filmed before a live streaming audience.
That's us! Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. And tonight, y'all are my live streaming audience. Let's get that little tot out of the hot bar to make room for me. Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Welcome, one and all. I'm down here in slot 9 putting the hot in the hot bar after getting the tot out of the tot bar. We are here to do some draining beneath the ocean floor. At least maybe sea level. I'll think about that some more. You might be a little bit disappointed. You're like, what? Why is this already in here? Well, I needed to use the sponges for longer than I initially thought. So I asked Jevin if he wanted to come over here and knock this thing out of the sky. Now, to get our recording together, that was at a different time of day. We had to do that earlier today, because I wasn't 100% sure if both of us would be on the same time tonight. So we do have the replay mod footage of that, and it will be in the episode. So I need to go and actually start. I need to put a lot of these signs back into storage, because I don't know if they've all despawned yet. I haven't been over here very much since... Are they all still over here floating? They might have despawned if somebody else logged in over here in the meantime. Okay, cool. So, we have some pretty good progress on all this. It's not done, but it is progressing. Electra says, was it epic? You'll have to see later. Bootenum Browncoat says, setting up stream graphics still up. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure we're actually set up yet. I haven't checked all my checklist items. We're in the kind of stream setup chat. We're talking about what we're gonna do. We're talking about what happened since the last stream, but we haven't started building and working yet. Darby says, Joe, are you feeling okay? Your voice sounds a little thick. Yeah, I think I'm feeling fine. I've just been running around. I'm a few minutes late for this stream because I had to get across town twice in a very short period of time. So I'm a little bit like sprinted from my car to the studio type thing right now. So I'm catching my breath. Ellis rolling in with our first tip of the stream. Tip in 20 even. That is one face camera expansion milestone right out the gate. So here we go. Please direct your attention down here to slot 9, where I've been putting the hot in the hot bar, because I'm about to say, howdy y'all, Grow Hills here, expanding as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. Dee-da-dee-da-dee, dee-da-dee-da-dee, dee-dee. Alrighty, I think that might be a little bit brighter than it needs to be. Or is that the opposite? It needs to be one tick brighter. One side was brighter than it should be. Yeah, it was, okay. Welcome, Sammy Higgins. Glad to see you. We are... Miss Canuck says the stream title is still Dracula. It really should not be. I'm pretty sure I changed it, like, multiple times at this point. If it... yeah. I'm pretty sure it's not. We'll worry about that later. I can't change it any more times. If it keeps not working, there's only so much I can do. Okay, so we are mostly out of sand is the problem, because almost all the sand we had in the thing before Jevin dumped it. So we're gonna go ahead and take these 2 remaining stacks, I guess, and knock this out real quick. I don't even know if this is worth using galloping blocks for, because it's just boom, 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 boom. Okay, y'all, so I listened to a lot of Christmas songs. I had a lot of cleaning to do today. Evan Netta rolling in with 15 says, seeing your stream message got me in the mood to do some cleaning. Thanks. I was just going to tell a story about cleaning. But either way, 15 new Israeli shekels, if I'm remembering properly. I'm pretty sure that was about 5 US abacus beans, but let me just double check that. Yes, 5 US abacus beads. So there we go. That puts us 15 away from the next face camera expansion milestone. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay, welcome back, Percussion Perfectionist. Anyway, so I had a lot of cleaning to do today because I had family and friends coming into town, and so I was like, you know, I bet there's probably covers of Christmas songs that I haven't heard, right? I bet there's probably some really wild stuff out there, Because, like, I was thinking about how it's like, okay, there's only, like, one version of White Christmas that's, like, the iconic, perfect, best one. But I'm like, I'm sure there's, like, a bunch of random people have done that song, you know? So I went down kind of a rabbit hole. I discovered that the Archies, yes, the Archies, have a Christmas album. And then I was like, well, if the Archies have a Christmas album, who else does? So anyway, I listened to the entire Archies Christmas album. I was thinking like, oh, maybe there's a hidden gem in here. Maybe one of these songs is the Sugar Sugar of Sugar Plum Fairies. It isn't. I'll save you some trouble. You don't need to listen to the Archies 1968. Yeah, scratch that, reverse it. 1968 Christmas album. You could go your entire life without listening to that, and nothing of value was lost. It's okay. It's not bad. It's just, if you're not, like, a huge fan of the Archies, like, it's not like Christmas in Riverdale stands on its own. You know what I mean? So, anyway, I was listening to all these songs, and part of what got me on this kick in the first place was I love Reliant K's 12 Days of Christmas. And, oops, where's my shovel? Oh, this is, okay, Scar's not online, so we can be a little bit bold here. I love Reliant K's 12 Days of Christmas, and I mentioned this to my sister, and she's like, have you heard the Straight No Chaser 12 Days of Christmas? And I'm like, what? There's no way it's going to be better than this other one. But I'll give it a listen. I will give it a listen. I will. But I've just spent the whole day listening to random stuff like the Archies. So on the one hand, I'm like, you know what? My tolerance is very high at this point. I have built up my tolerance all day, but I'm also exhausted. So I came into it super dubious. And I listened to the song straight through, and by the end of it, I was furious. There is a certain type of humor that I'm like, this is not like when sometimes people, when they see modern art, they're like, oh, I could have done that. And then the response is always, yeah, but you didn't, right? There are certain songs or certain things that I encounter sometimes that I'm just like, this is exactly my kind of weird. If I spent 3 months developing the perfect Christmas song, it would be this. And I'm just furious that somebody else beat me to it. Because I'm like, if you like Joe Hill's humor, the 12 Days of Christmas by Straight No Chaser is the most Joe Hill's Christmas song I can imagine. I could not, like, part of the reason that I was listening to all these other Christmas songs was because I was like, oh, it'd be fun to do another Christmas song. Let's brainstorm that at some point. But then I heard this one, and I'm like, just pack it up. Just go home. Percussion Perfectionist says, I was surprised you hadn't heard the Straight No Chaser version. It seemed right up your alley. No, I had never heard of it. It was absolutely new to me today. And yeah, it is very, very good. I linked it on my Twitter earlier. Let me see if I can find the tweet. I linked it on my Twitter earlier because I wanted to be able to reference it during the stream. And I don't really have show notes for the stream, but a lot of times I'm like, okay, I already have Twitter open. I'll just copy and paste this. So, yeah, here you go. There's that has a link to the YouTube video or whatever. I guess it's technically YouTube audio, but it's got their thumbnail on it. I don't know, of their song. But yeah. Ryan says, thank you for tweeting that link. It led me down my own rabbit hole this evening, and it was exactly what I needed. I'm glad. But yeah, I'll have to check out their other stuff. I didn't have time because I was just listening to that one on loop, being like, how could I ever do better than this? Like, wow, it is just stupid good. It's funny because earlier I was like, where am I gonna get more sand? I used all of my sand. It's like, no, I didn't. There's a whole bunch of it over here. Welcome, Janonwell Raiders. Glad you could join us. How are we for inventory space? We got a little bit of room. Howdy to Australia, Hanga 26. Glad you could join us. Do, 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 do. Stream is going well. We are just clearing out some sand here. I'm draining an ocean inside my pinball machine. Because the pinball machine rises out of the sea like Godzilla. But I need more room inside of it to put all the parts. So. So here we go. Let's go ahead and drop off some of the sand. Okay. I'm not doing this optimally, and I know that, but like at this point, we are so close to the end on this that just filling in these little gaps here, it doesn't feel like it needs to be done optimally. I'm gonna get annoyed and do it optimally shortly. Don't worry. Yeah, because the problem is you can't do the galloping blocks while these guys are shooting at you. And I thought that I had done this well enough it wouldn't be an issue, but that's not the case, clearly. So let's eat some more tots, or chops. Yeah, pork chops. Yeah, the stream isn't really started yet. We're just kind of talking about my day. Jackie N81 says they were having trouble with Super Chat. Sorry about that. Yeah, YouTube sometimes... I don't know. But I appreciate your intention. Tips are welcome as well via paypal.me/showhills. I know a few other people were able to use Super Chat, but sometimes that's regional. So sorry about that if YouTube Super Chat is not working in your region right now. Okay. Okay. The Brookie12 says, I'm back from watching 12 Days of Christmas by Straight No Chaser. That was amazing. Dave USPS says, No Chaser 12 Days gives me anxiety. It might be an anxiety inverter. If you already have anxiety, it takes it away. But if you don't have it, it gives it to you. It reverses the polarity of the anxiety type of thing. That guy is right there. ESP Magic the Gathering says, just went and listened to the Straight No Chaser version, and my jaw dropped several times. Yeah, I kept thinking, like, wow, this is really good. And then I was like, wait, what? Wow, this is really good. Wait, what? Wow, this is really good. Barbecue Sauce says, I just got back from listening to that song. It was a fun roller coaster. Da 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 dee 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 dee. Hangna26 says, I was talking about you with my friends this weekend about how I love your streams and the expand shows and the Joe Pasty. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it. Extrasensory Perception Montana Golf says the arrangement on that is kind of thing that every slightly silly band dreams of achieving once in their career. Yeah, that's a career-defining song. It's so good. It's like, how do you top that? And I'm sure that that band has done other things that are good, but like, I haven't had time to listen to anything else of theirs because I've just been having that one thing on loop. Okay. Chloe the Great and Powerful says, okay, now you've convinced me to listen to it. I like how everybody has a different threshold for when they'll listen to a song in the middle of a stream. And, like, the first wave, like, some people are like, I'm sure it's okay, but I'll listen to it after the stream. And they see that first wave of people rolling in, and they're just like, okay, well, if those people all think it's good, Joe's probably not completely exaggerating. I'll give this a go. So what's funny is that each wave of that is increasingly skeptical people being even more impressed. Because the more skeptical you are in the first place, the more impressive the thing ends up actually being. So by the time you get to the third wave of people, they're just like, oh my gosh. Evan Neto says, what's the name of the song again? It's The 12 Days of Christmas by Straight No Chaser. I actually linked to a YouTube video of it earlier on Twitter. There's the Twitter again. Okay. So here we go. Let's lay our head down and dream. Welcome, Fuzzy Hippo. Yeah, I had literally never heard of this band before today. But they know what they're doing, it seems. Dang it. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I've got the Hawkeye bow. I don't have any Hawkeye arrows. Dang it. Welcome, Kirby604B. I've got like I've got entire double chests full of arrows downstairs. I guess we're going downstairs. We're going downstairs. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dare. 'Cause sugar, we really need arrows. You know I'm #1 with a longbow. I got a loaded scar complex and a Joe pillow. Da 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 da. Da da. Yeah, there we go. Hey, Jackie Ann, thank you for the 5 via YouTube Super Chat. That gets us 10 away from our next face camera expansion milestone. Appreciate you, Jackie Ann. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay. Yeah, this is a Hawkeye. Apparently, everybody's renaming their Hawkeye bows to other things like cute guy or adorable guy or whatever. So I don't know. Dylan just came back in and says that was an amazing song. I know, right? See, Dylan gets it. Okay. You know what? Those ones are too far away anyway. They can't get me. Just some guy, you Bo. Just this guy, you Bo. This guy. That guy. Whoa, look at that knockback, though. Dun, 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 dun. Now I'm just somebody that you used to, Bo. Pink eye. That one's definitely tracking me too. There's two of them tracking me, but they don't have a... Yeah. Don't have a good beat on me. Tot guy. Yeah, because of all the totems. Tot guy, that's pretty good, Stephanie Hall. Jackie Ann, thank you for tipping an additional 2, who writes, "Cheers, Joe. Trying to gift you since you came on." Awesome. Thank you. That puts us 8 away now from the next face camera expansion milestone. And Gru just rolled in and tipped 20 as well. So, boom. The first 8 gets you to that milestone. Then we're 12 past it. So thank you, Gru, as well. Here we go. Expand Joe. Do, 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 do. And Gru writes, "Just for fun." From Gru. Well, thank you, Gru. Joe is the shot guy. Because I'm shot by the hot guy. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. There's a phrase, poetry in motion. Poetry in motion might be something. I don't know. Tot guy and shot guy are both really good. Shot guy. See, that one's trying to get a beat on me. He's trying to sneak up. Geometry in motion. Yeah, okay, yeah. It's funny because you can see them all approaching. Welcome, Erin Smile. Glad you could join us. Bow Hills. That's Bow Hills. Bo knows basketball. It's funny because you can use the way the water refracts it against them to use it, like, around the wall. I don't think I'm killing them quick enough. This is not an effective technique. I place the sand and then I run from you. Dang it, other ones. This is what I was trying to avoid by having this fall from the sky. The sky. Everyone's got a beat on us. Yeah, this is probably not going well. I mean, I'm hitting some of them, but, like, it's not... It's only a sand placing stream if we place sand. And there's a lot of evidence that we're not doing too much of that. At least not in the quantities that one would desire. Ah, I was hoping I'd get him. I might just have to suck it up and go get invisibility potions. But I don't wanna. Yeah, the bow durability is gonna be a problem. This is intended for use on human targets. One shot, one kill, not firing into a bajillion enemies. Can I just burn this side of the cabinet? Is fire tick on? No, fire tick's not on. Sorry. Welcome, NJ. Yeah, you know what? If they all wanted to follow me over there, that's fine. I can just come over here and place blocks. Yeah, so I'm hoping that as I start removing the water, they'll just start spawning on the outside of the machine. Because there's a whole huge area on the other side of the cabinet here. I mean, we've actually used almost all of the sand that we brought back already, too. Which is kind of shocking. Will the dolphin attack those guys? Or vice versa? Maybe. Maybe. Just unload an army of axolotls. Ooh, that's not a bad decision. I do have a bunch of axolotls. And that would be a good payoff for that from earlier this season. But I kind of don't want to empty my shop over this. So... But it's a good narrative thing. I think we need to go get more axolotl. You know, he's scooping back up for resale. They're dead. This is... The Guardians will hurt them quite a bit. Okay. Don't axolotl respawn when the Guardians kill them? No? They just die forever. Like cats or dogs. Iron golems can't drown. Really? That's an interesting note. Iron golems can't drown. Axolotls play dead. Pix covered up the entrance to the old underground area of the donut? Okay. That's where I was gonna go get axolotls if we got them, so that's a problem. Yeah, we should probably just get a bunch of axolotls. Yeah, they can definitely get killed if they're overwhelmed. Do axolotls have a way to regain health other than health, like, regen potions? When they play dead, they regenerate? That was what I was curious about. Okay. You feed them fish. Okay. If only we had a whole bunch of tropical fish for some mysterious source. They need live tropical fish specifically. Really? Of course. I don't have live tropical fish. Jim did a vid with 50 to 100 axolotl. Yeah, Asuma and I did something similar. I know it's possible, but the thing is, like, my goal here is to return these sponges quickly and move on with my life. And I'm not sure that the amount of time I'd need to spend gathering more axolotl. Like, my shop isn't overflowing with axolotl. We don't have extra lotl. Granted, there's not a lot of demand for axolotl right now, but, like, I would want to go get new ones. I don't want to just... empty the whole shop. Because then if somebody does need them, then they won't be there. Oh, wait, hold on. Turning it into grass makes the things break? I didn't know that. I can just use the shovel on the dirt then. And have less problems. Or, alternatively, fewer problems. If we had tropical fish, we could just breed new axolotl. Oh, you can breed axolotl. But they have to be live tropical fish in, like, a bucket to breed them? I mean, this would be a good spectacle for the episode. Okay. Welcome, Nicholas. Glad you could join us. I mean, it's also possible just because we weren't over here, they'll have despawned mostly. Or, like, moved around. See what else. Well, the thing is, too, also, I can use the axolotl when I'm doing the sand, when I'm doing the sponges. Just like, if I get the sand done now, and I come back with the axolotl for the sponges, that's okay. It's not optimal, but it's, you know, passable. What? Why didn't I have a totem active? I just sworn I had a totem. Magic! You're kidding me. They got magic? A rare Joe Hill's death. Aren't you here all the time? Totem was in my hot bar. So I had already hot popped it earlier. Okay. What? What happened to the totem I had? I had another totem. Great, now half my stuff is over there. And I'm not going to be able to know where. Make sure that none of the stuff went through either side of the walls here. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Okay, then we can climb up that. Oh, I guess we didn't need to do that now that we have the elytra and the trident, but whatever, it's fine. Now the thing is to remember is when we're in trident spin mode, we can't pick up items. So we don't want to stay in trident spin mode for very long, if at all. Did we get any fish? I mean food. I mean fish are friends, not food. No rockets. Okay, so let's turn night into day. Did I get it all back? Absolutely not. No, we just ran over here before night turns to day. Okay. See, here's all the stuff. But when we're in the flying around with the trident mode, we can't pick up anything. Because the whirlpool vortex thing drives away our possessions. Okay, so let's put that on. Let's eat one of those. Let's put that down. So if there's anything else here, we wouldn't have picked it up. Yeah, there's those gems over there. What got me? I think it might have been a creeper. I was not paying close attention, and all of a sudden I was dead. That's usually a creeper. It might have been a guardian. Who can say? Guardian's gonna guard, you know? The beacon's too far away for regen to work. And Credit Mike says, just got back from D&D. Happy to say we didn't kill a single person. A whole lot of fire elementals, but no people. You know, I actually was thinking earlier today about how one of the most annoying things about playing a wizard in Pathfinder is I keep being expected to take all these spells in, like, all my spell slots. I need to use a bunch of them for, like, damage spells. So I was almost thinking about playing a character that, like, if I played a wizard again, if I ever played another wizard in Pathfinder or D&D, I think what I would want to do is play a wizard who is a magic pacifist, where I don't take any spells that have any sort of damage roll. But as a pragmatist, the wizard does, like, carry a crossbow or something. And because the idea is that or has some sort of ranged weapon, because it's like I don't want to completely, yeah, like, I believe magic is for all beings to experience a truer peace with the universe. But if I need to kill somebody, I'll shoot it with a crossbow, right? Like, basically, it's like, I took the magical hypocritical oath, and I'm a hypocrite because I hurt things all the time with everything else. The thing with stuff like that, though, is I always worry that it's just gonna annoy the other people in my party. Like, so I'd have to really make sure that that I took a lot of spells that helped the other people in my party do cool stuff, right? I think that could work, though, if I structured it properly. But yeah, because, like, as it is, I'm kind of doing, like, a minor version of that. I've refused to take all of the mainline magic, like, most of the magic spells that, like, everybody's like, oh, if you're gonna play a wizard, you have to take Magic Missile. I refuse to take Magic Missile. You have to take Fireball. I refuse to take Fireball. So I'm kind of doing a light version of that. I'm taking weird spells that do damage, but not the main ones. Yeah, as long as the other players are on board, it'll work. But I'd have to... But the thing is, if I say, guys, I promise I'm going to do this in such a way that it's fun, I have to actually follow through on... I have to earnestly not only intend to make it fun, but actually follow through on it. And I'm not sure... I'd have to think on it more to make sure that that's actually possible before I committed to it. Because there is some element of like, well, Joe, if you want to play a character that doesn't do a lot of damage, play a different class, right? And it's like, well, no, I just because like I'm constantly annoyed when I'm playing a wizard that there's a situational spell that like I don't bother having on me that would be perfect for this situation. And like I do have the ability to swap out spells in very specific circumstances, but it's just I'd really it's like I only have so many spell slots. And I just want to be but like the problem is, and I say like the problem, like but the situation is that our dungeon master is so creative that I never know what kind of enemies we're going to run into, because he throws us very interesting curveballs that later on I'm like, oh boy, wow, he set that up great. Like, I'm not like, oh, this is always like some random twist that made no sense, but like, he does all sorts of really clever stuff where it's like, okay, so we're doing this, and then we end up, we're in this sort of place, we should probably expect to fight this sort of thing. It's like, oh, but then something else is wandering through at the same time as us, and it's totally different, and I'm completely unprepared for that. I'm just constantly completely unprepared, and I'm playing a preparedness-based class, and it frustrates me. I want to have more spells available. So it's like, if I just get rid of all these stupid damage spells, then I can use my context-sensitive spells more. Well, the thing about Featherfall is I usually keep more than one Featherfall prepared, too. Because in most situations where we need Featherfall, we need more than one Featherfall. Have I considered being a sorcerer? Yeah, but they don't get as many fun utility spells. Like, that's the thing, is the wizard has the spell list I want. It just doesn't have the casting mechanism I want. Use scrolls. Yeah. That's what I should do, is just scribe a bunch of scrolls of all this stuff. You're not wrong. That sounds like preparation. Yeah, no, you're right. I should be making scrolls. That is the actual answer. Like... Yeah. Thought Guy. Thought Guy is pretty good. Is homebrew divination about a spell you'll need as an option? Ronace, that's actually probably the best way to spell it. It's way shorter, and it reads pretty clearly. People be like, check out that hills over there. Yeah, I think we should just rename it Thought Guy. Thought Guy. Doubt Guy? Okay, so... Of course, now that we're actually doing now that we have all these buckets, all the tropical fish have vanished. It's always something. So Pathfinder originally broke off back in 3.5, and so it's an evolved form of 3.5 for the Pathfinder. Basically, Pathfinder 1 was an alternative to 3.5, or an extension of it, kind of. Pathfinder 2 is the next evolution of that line, which makes it kind of equivalent in some ways to 5th edition. Because 5th edition is also an extension of 3 more than it is. They kind of disregarded a lot of the stuff they did before. We need to get some chops out. Chop Guy. So if you like D&D 3.5, but you want something past that, Pathfinder 2e is cool. So, like, when people ask me, Joe, why did you pick to play Pathfinder 2e campaign instead of a D&D 3.5 campaign? Or, sorry, not, or a D&D 5 campaign. Is it really that much better? Well, my friend Quinn said, hey, Joe, I'm running a Pathfinder campaign. Do you want to play in it? And I'm like, Quinn, you're amazing. Of course I want to play in it. Quinn, like, writes for Pathfinder, and he wanted a chance to practice. But if he had said, Joe, I got a job working for Wizards, and I want to run a 5e campaign, I'd be like, oh my gosh, you're amazing. I would love to play in your 5e campaign. Basically, whatever your friend who is an amazing dungeon master wants to run is what you play, you know? It's not about like, oh, I don't know, this format's better than that format. It's, no, yes, this is an opportunity I'm seizing. Seize the day. The guy who's going to put in the most work makes the choice, and I don't argue with him. That's... I just appreciate him, and I get on with my day. Yeah, whatever your friends want to play is what you do. So, yeah, I'm not here to advocate for Pathfinder over 5e, but I play Pathfinder every week, and I play 5e occasionally for, like, charity streams and stuff. And I like both of them. They both have their merits. Okay, I feel like... Oh, it's just noon. Okay. So no more tropical fish spawned. Now, when you bucket up fish, does that, like, stop new ones from spawning for a while? Oh, that's a cod. Not a tropical fish. Whoa! D-Dog! Rolling in with 100 via YouTube Super Chat says, need to make you bigger for them that have mobile phones. Well, let's see. We were $8 away from our next face camera expansion. But then you wiped out the entire abacus. So that's 5 face camera expansions. Let's get those rolling. Here we go. It's time to expand, Joe. That's just the first of the 5 expansions that D-Dog has dropped. Numero dos, even larger Joe. For those on mobile phones. Dee-dee-dee-dee. But now for this next expansion, this is a special one. For our 5th expansion of the stream, you know, y'all have seen that money go straight to my head with each expansion so far. But now, like Jacob Marley, these chains I forged in life are about to begin pulling me down to the deep below. Enter the joust. Bum, 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 bum. That puts us now at 90% geopacity. And we've got 2 more to go. Once again, thanks to D-Dog 1968-64 Nerd. Here we go. Wait. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Expand Joust. Dee-dee-dee-dee. Lowering the geopacity now to 80% geopacity. And then each Nissan she go, go, go. Expand Joust. Do-do-do-do. Lowering the geopacity now to 70%, putting us $8 away from the next face camera expansion milestone and the entrance of the Tony Stark helmet cam. Okay, so where were we? We have a bunch of buckets for if we find more fish. I really thought we would find more fish more quickly, and we're not. In our quest to find more fish, we are actually getting a lot of this done. Surprisingly, somehow. So that's at least something. Okay. So we're just gonna grab some of the sand here. We're gonna try and stay out of these guys' line of sights, because if they can't maintain their magic beam, they've got that magic eye. They need 3 dimensions of viewing me though, in order to make it function. See, boom. See that? I put a block there. Haha, I'm blocking you. I'm blocking you. Haha. I'm blocking all of you. Away. then we'll just roll down here. And place some of these like so. And maybe another one here. Whoops, that's a hard one to place. Get down behind there so he can't see us. How's Old Fishful? The guppy guys are Old Fishful. That's a good name for it. Oh boy, I can't quite reach that, can I? I'm gonna have to come over to this one. Old Fishful. That's a great name for it. A great nickname, Timers Valentine. Okay, they're about to get an actual beat on me. And away. Rone tips 8 and writes, less sand, more expand. Yes, more expand indeed. Boom. Thank you, Rone, for that. That's going to get us to our next face camera expansion, the most obnoxious one, the Tony Stark helmet cam. Expand Jost. Do. Lowering the opacity now to 60%. This is the most obnoxious face camera size because the camera will keep getting bigger, but it will also keep getting more transparent with each expansion milestone we hit. So, at this point, it can't really cover any more of the screen, but it can keep getting more transparent. So let's see how that goes. Hey, speaking of tips, Miss Canuck just tipped 28, who says, not sure if my first made it through, so let's try again. Crow Hills. I'm pretty sure your 10 came through. Did it not? Does anybody remember if I got 10 from Miss Canuck? I thought I read that. Maybe I didn't. Okay, so you know what? Let's just, in case I screwed it up, let's just call that 38. So, boom, there we go. Sorry, Miss Canuck, if I thought I read it, but maybe I didn't. Like, we got a lot going on tonight. So either way, here we go into our next face camera expansion milestone. Expand Jost. Lowering the opacity now to 50%. We are at the T. Joe Eckhilsberg stage. But yeah, apologies, Miss Canuck, for that. I'm slightly off center here. That's going to be a problem. T. Joe Eckhilsberg. Michael Amron writes, oh my god. No, Michael Amron, it's just me, Joe Hills. I see how you could make that mistake. I'm doing my T.J. Eckhilsberg impression as T. Joe Eckhilsberg here. And I know it can be a little overwhelming for some folks. But I'm not quite so lordly. Uh-oh. We need to get out of here and eat a tot real quick, or a chop, I should say. We actually had fish for a change, which I've been looking for a while now, and of course they're all gone. So let's just go ahead and place some more blocks here. Feel like that's about to hit, so we're gonna move. Y'all, I think we are almost done. I think that's all the sand. That is all the sand. Woo! And then Benny P rolling in and tipping 40 writes, good evening, Mr. Hills. Well, we were 2 away from our next face camera expansion milestone, but you just blew through 2 more. So here we go. Expand Jost. And we're going to lower the opacity now to 42%. Numero dos. Once again, expand Jost. Man, my hair looks terrible, and I don't know why. But either way, bringing that back over here and lowering the opacity once again to 32% opacity. We are now $2 away from the next face camera expansion milestone. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Cheers. Thank you, Benny P, for supporting the arts, and My show in particular. Meanwhile, over here on PayPal, Amber just tipped 8. Well, whoa. That's going to put us 6 past that next face camera expansion milestone. So here we go. Expand. Just. Do. And then we are going to lower the Joe Pasty now to 24%. There we go. That puts us now 14 away from the next face camera expansion milestone. Appreciate you, Amber. Amber, not quite the ambest, but maybe one day we'll see. D-Dog 1968 64 Nerd says, can never have too much Joe Hills on your screen. Absolutely. That is 100% correct. I agree. Let's keep this going. In the meantime, though, I'm going to go ahead and dry out these wet sponges. I think from a replay mod standpoint, though, I want to disconnect and reconnect. Because if we're going to start jumping between dimensions, that does some weird stuff with replay mod. And it's easier to start a new session in case we need, like, any of that. Yeah, we're getting water outside the or getting water out of the pinball machine. Connecting to the server is taking longer than I expected. I hope disconnecting was not an error. Uh-oh. Oh, I clicked the wrong one. That'll do it. Okay, real quick, let me... real quick, gonna dictate. Hey, comma. Just got a message in my YouTube chat that you just dropped a new album. Period. Question mark? Question mark. Should I link that? Is there a URL for that? Question mark? Send. 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 No, I'm not dictating send. Okay, fine. Okay, well, it doesn't know. It knows the word send because it keeps writing the word send in there. Evan Netta says, is that $2? Let's assume so, because I don't want to run the thing. But that is going to put us now $12 away from the next face camera expansion milestone. Thank you very much, Evan Netta. Okay. Wheel of Songwriting, Volume 1. Oh, okay. So I have that URL. How do I get the URL to my desktop computer? Okay. Let's pull that out. Do. Okay. The artist formerly known as Sean Hills just dropped a new album called The Wheel of Songwriting with a bunch of songs from the streams done over the last year or so. So if you have enjoyed my fantastic, magnificent siblings streams about songwriting, which are about to resume beginning tomorrow, a album collection of that is now available. Oh yeah, I should probably post that in the Discord chat too. Sorry. No, I'm used to not posting links in the Discord chat because normally most of the links I post are my PayPal. So there we go. Where's this? Okay, so we are going to gather these. We're going to start working. I feel like when I start working the channels is when we need the axolotls, though. So we've got the sponges, but we need the axolotls too. So we're going to grab these. Grab the axolotls. Okay. Let's see what we got here. We got another tip rolling in via PayPal. Jacqueline tip in 3 who says, ah yes, the Joe Hill stream. My #1 news point for new Sean Hills songs. Indeed, SeanHills.bandcamp.com is where you can find that. Okay. So, we did not set that up. I forgot that was going to happen. I was told at some point, oh yeah, I got a new album coming out. New album coming out on Sunday. I hope folks check it out. I was like, okay, yeah, cool. That'll be fun. And it's like, oh yeah, wait, I'm on Sunday. It's Sunday now. Womp womp. Okay. Okay, so what do we got? We need axolotls. We've got some tropical fish, but not enough. On some level, I'm kind of thinking what we do is... Okay, let's take these... I want to consolidate a lot of this. Let's take some of this stuff and go consolidate it. Okay. So, we are going to dump... We're going to dump the surplus string and those for later. I don't know where this axe came from. Okay. Now, if we want tropical fish, are there like tropical fish just swimming around in this warm ocean here? No, these are like... Oh yeah, there are tropical fish just swimming around in this ocean. So we don't actually have to go very far. Maybe we don't need to empty the... It'd be nice to have this. Let's bring the buckets with us. Okay. We're going to put the sponges back in here for now, because they're not really necessary for this part of the process. We don't need this many totems either. Okay. Buckets and 1, 2. Okay. You don't need the sponges or the okay. Chops and tots should be where the excess totems go. Okay. So now it's about to be nighttime. Okay, so I'm going to place this here. I'm going to place that there. Okay. I'm also realizing we are more than an hour into the stream, so we probably need to do a hydration break soon, because my drink is also empty. So we'll turn night into day, and then we'll find a safe place to stand. And then, when we'll come back, we'll get the... tropical fish we need to breed the axolotl. That sounds like a safe idea to me. This is a safe enough place to stand. Although it doesn't show the cool side of the pinball machine that says deep field. So let's go stand somewhere over there. Okay. So, we are going to turn off the camera. We're going to turn on the hydration break sign. And then we are going to pull up my list of song requests. Okay, it looks like Mr. Hardluck requested My Destiny's in Tennessee. Let's go ahead and give that a quick play. And that's about a 5-minute rhyming geography song. I'll be right back.
Say to be the very best, you gotta travel across the land. But I'm happy here at pretty good, just out walking with my friends. So you can fly from coast to coast for all the antics events. But my destiny's here in Tennessee, my Pokedex in hand. You run your laps chasing the guitar tongues in Providence, and you arc your throws for Electabuzz in St. Louis. But when you're lost in Boston seeking Pokestops, boo-hoo, we'll all still be spinning them up on Rocket Top. It's true. Well, you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our Togepi's here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace. We don't need Tanglers from Los Angeles. If you're there chasing Charizard, you're making your life way too hard. Clutching garlic, pounding pavement down Ventura Boulevard. We don't need Nidoqueens from down New Orleans. I hate to rain on Solo U, but parades need a willing crew. All those squirtles on St. Charles saw you wandering and withdrew. Well, you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our Togepi's here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace. We don't need Lapras from Minneapolis or Polar Bears from Mississippi's. There's enough Weedles on Montego. We could evolve a swarm of Beedrill. There's enough Snubbull down to Shovel. We could team Sled with Grumble. We don't need Oregon from out in Oregon or any Pikachus from up in Massachusetts. Sorry, Professor Oklahoma, we'll raid gyms in Tullahoma. Sorry, Pokecoin Palooka, we'll hatch on hikes in Chattanooga. Well, you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our Togepi's here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace. Well, you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our Togepi's here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace.
Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. And I just caught a fishy. I just caught a fishy. I just caught a fishy. Now I need to go get a bunch more. Do. Okay, so we need to get a bunch of tropical fish if we're gonna breed the axolotls. That's a dolphin. Dolphin can't be picked up in a bucket yet. Mojang, fix your game. Okay, so just gonna grab as many of these as we can here before we start having breathing problems. We're about to start having breathing problems. Welcome back, everyone, from our hydration break. Is tonight a school night? Oh, it is a school night. Okay. Oh, and I need to wrap up the editing for my next episode. So yeah, we are going to wrap up the stream on the half hour. We are currently on the hour, so that means 30 minutes from now, I'm going to be wrapping this up. But I feel like we made a lot of progress tonight on the whole. Okay, let's put this back here. We're going to put these here. Boom, boom, boom. We know what we need to do. Dang it. It is really hard to pick up these fish while I've dolphin sped. Okay, so. Let's go grab these guys. Nope. Dang it. That's not going well. Okay. Is there a way to breed tropical fish, or do you just have to go collect them? Because if I could breed the tropical fish, and then use the bred tropical fish to breed the axolotls, that really feels like it would kind of cut some of this down, right? Am I off my rocker here? You can only collect them. Okay. Well, now we know. Oops. Okay, there we go. One more empty spot. Oh yeah, I forgot there's a bunch of skeleton horses down here still. We'll have to collect those eventually. Zion Celine just tipped $2. Asking just got here. Will there be HHH tomorrow? Yeah, we're gonna try. That's gonna put us 7 away from the next face camera expansion milestone. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Yeah. So the problem is that we kind of want to do Hermits helping Empires, and then we want to do Total Chaos and some other mini games, and it's not clear which parts of those. Some of those mini games might not be streamed; they might be video only. So it's not clear how that's going to interact with the streaming. So I don't know what the schedule is like. It's going to be a mess. Impulse used to sell totems, but then he didn't restock. Impulse has where's Impulse's totem shop? Well, last time I went there, it was empty, and I left. I was unhappy, and Corellis saw me streaming about it and brought me some. Impulse used to sell totems. Oh yeah, these are the horses. Electra 310 says he just restocked when he got back from Empires. Okay, well that's possible, but you know, I that was not my experience last time I was over there. He hadn't, so I have passed that along with a grain of salt. Cub says if chat is wrong, they owe me. I let them know. They are correct. Hey, there you go, chat. You were right. Good job. Depleer says, this overlay caught me off guard when I joined. Don't worry. It'll keep getting bigger every time we hit a $20 tipping milestone. We are currently $7 away from the next face camera expansion milestone. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. There's 25 minutes left in the stream, so don't worry. It'll get bigger. See if we can find more fishies. There's one. Ah, dang it. Can you use dispensers to dispense fish buckets into water, or does it have to be into air? I guess the problem with using dispensers to dispense the fish the way I want to for a Guppy Geyser replacement is that I don't know how to cycle the empty buckets back out, right? I think I might need a separate dispenser for every bucket. Is that right? That feels like it can't be right. There must be a way to cycle them through. Oh, that's a pufferfish. Let's go check the warm water over here. Might be some tropical fish hanging out in this warm water. There's some fishies. Oh, that one's like a pillager. That one's another pufferfish. I gotta say, the aquatic update was just spectacular. They really nailed that one. These tropical fish are just gorgeous. Use an item filter with buckets and it would probably work. Okay, so that's going to be pretty sophisticated. In that it requires any amount of knowledge or redstone. It's not completely trivial, is what I'm hearing. What I was hoping for was a completely trivial answer where I just dump buckets into dispensers. Empty buckets stack, so you have an item filter underneath, only taking empty buckets. Yeah. I haven't done an item filter for a while. Like, since Season 7, when I built XP Crafted's storage system. Okay. Okay, so we've only got 8 buckets left, which is not enough. So we're going to grab some of these and then also maybe make even more. Okay. Put these extra things over there. Gracewinder says, I'm not sure if you can dispense fish into water and not air. Yeah, that's the thing, is ideally I want to dispense the fish directly into the bubble column. Does dispensing into a bubble column disrupt it? I'm guessing probably yes. Probably in a very unfortunate way. This is a lot easier to do than I thought it was going to be. Because I thought about manually rebuilding the Guppy Geyser to run on redstone, and having that as a Christmas miracle would be a fun thing for everybody, I think. Those are cod. We don't want those. Let's get some more air. Can you dispense fish into signs? If the block in front of the dispenser has a sign in it, will it dispense the fish or will it just refuse? Will it do that little fizzle? Oh boy, I feel like we just had a bunch of them over here. Those are tropical fish or cod. Yay, tropical fish. Bucket of tropical fish. Okay. Do any of the Empire's people live near Tennessee? If they do, I should invite them over to play pinball. But I don't think they do. Where does Whip live? Is it like Wales or something? That's not near Tennessee, if so. Whip is in Seattle, okay. Washington State, got it. West Coast, got it, okay. So if I went up to Seattle for a pinball event, I should try to hang out with Whip, but trying to host my own at home, not very viable. Okay. So if we want to move these now, sausages in Miami, okay. Yeah, it's also not close by. Okay. I feel like I need to get more ender chests or shulker boxes so that I can carry other things. I need to get an empty one of these so I can move the axolotls now. Okay, now I can go get the axolotls. Lost by Kaleido, welcome. Hey, we got a tip rolling in via PayPal. Let's see who it's from. Sean! Not my sibling, someone else. But someone else named Sean just tipped 7. Woo! Wait, I don't know why I did that. I was so excited that we hit our milestone. But no. Okay, so here we go. It's time to expand. Expand. Just. Oh no, I'm stalling. And then once we find my eye, we will lower the opacity now to 20% even. So thank you, Sean, for that. Okay. Let's go down here. Can we grab some axolotls out of the top? The dispenser into the bubble column worked. Okay. So, how many axolotls are mixed in here? People actually have... Somebody just bought an axolotl directly out of there, apparently. Okay. So, I don't want to take too many of these. Okay, so I think what we want to do is we want to go... No, this is the worst place to go. We want to go beneath the haunted house to do this. Because there's already a pond there that naturally grows axolotls. Yeah, I think it was pearl. Apparently. 4 is enough to get us started breeding. And I can keep breeding them while I'm doing... I gotta do some editing on the next episode. I've got the rough cut without the transitions in. So I need to add the transitions, clean up the audio. So I'm going to be at the computer for a while. So I can be keeping an eye on the baby axolotls, feeding them more tropical fish and stuff like that tonight while I work on getting episode 49 out the door. And then we can use these for the finale of episode 50. Have I tried 119.3? Yeah, because I had to test it on, make sure the vanilla server was updated. Okay. So, let's go down here. Actually, let's set our spawn there. Did I leave any buckets in here? No, of course not. That would have been handy if I had. Okay, so immediately, there's one. So we'll put that one back down so it won't despawn now, because it's tamed. Okay, and then we'll get our fishes out. How long can they stay out of the water before they're going to have problems? Tracy Stevens. And, uh-oh. Unnamed fish. Dang it. Opie. Oh, wow. That was closer to the story than I intended. Trevor. And that one's already been bred. Genos. There. Okay. They can pathfind back to the water if they need to. That doesn't mean they will. There's a lot of things in Minecraft that can do something, but won't necessarily choose to. Okay. Oh, no, they're following me because I got out of the water with the bucket. Okay. Buddy. Oh, does that make them grow up faster? Okay. Let's put the baby back in the water. Okay, let's report this bot on YouTube. Okay. Next problem. So, it'll take 5 minutes for them to be ready for more stuff. Okay. Yeah, the baby alotls are cute. No, don't hide. Now we got another one hiding, like... Do they just sun themselves on land for fun sometimes, and then they know to go back in? Okay. I feel like this is not enough to start with. Oh, also, let's go stab this guy. Good job, me. Any other random stuff around here we need to be aware of? I don't think axolotls will spawn in this one. This is not a lush cave. Whereas this is. Okay. So every 5 minutes, we're going to have the opportunity to feed more of these guys. Let's go ahead and get these extra boxes out here for right now. I was going to say, if I log out and then log back in, the 5 minutes is not going to elapse because these are not spawn chunks. Okay, because I was going to say, let me just... Y'all have been really patient. So I wanted to switch over to replay mod real quick and show the thing that I recorded with Jevin earlier. Where was that? 2:14 p.m., I think. Might be it. Okay, so this is the final thing of this. So we need to figure out when he punches the thing. And we want to record it happening. Okay. So we're going to add a time keyframe here. Okay, so let's just speed that way up. Yeah, because I logged out and then logged back in. And then it was a few minutes until everybody got... Until Jev came by. Okay, there's Jevin arriving. Oh yeah, replay mod works with voice chat now. Okay, so... Yeah, he realized he forgot something. Now he's back. Okay. I feel like we want to be somewhere that we can see the signs. It actually is really nice that replay mod can actually... So from here we can't see the signs, but we can... We're gonna have to get this from a few angles and then combine them later. So we're gonna remove that. Okay. Oops. Okay. Is way up. I have it suspended above an ocean monument full of those guardians that love to zap me with their little laser rays. Uh-oh, here's one now.
Aren't
Got
those
that
guys
bubble.
just the absolute worst?
The absolute worst, exactly. And so that's why, in order to use all those sponges you provided efficiently, I've got all this sand ready to just drop into nice, neat rows. I was wondering...
So
those
the
two blocks
bottom
together.
sign and sand?
The bottom sign will take out this first row, and then the bottom of the ladder will take out everything else.
Oh, I'm so doing this. All right.
Okay, so we're going to bring this back here. Now let's get our position set up for this. Okay, It's so big. It's so much. So many blocks. Well, the volume between Jev and I is stark because the replay mod version of it has the outgoing volume, which is totally different. So I don't use I don't use the audio I send through voice chat or whatever for editing the videos. I use my own local recording because it's higher quality. So it doesn't matter that it's very different in the final. Yeah. What about from the back? Yeah, probably be better. Can you change field of view for replay mod? It's gonna look weird. It's kind of better not to. Okay. So we set this here. And so there it goes, coming on its way down. The fish is popping up because it got suffocated. Okay, so we're going to add that. Now, when we render it with replay mod, it's going to be at full 60 frames a second. Because it's at low res, it can't render it as fast. Okay, HC9-050-Jev, or dash, not a time lapse, just an RP for replay. Jev Sand A1 render. And we're going to do this from a few angles. This is just the first one we're getting. Now, because this is such a short replay, it's going to come in here real quick. But yeah, it's really interesting, the new replay mod and voice chat coordination. it's actually based on where the camera is. So I can get the stereo audio from the players based on where the camera is flying around rather than based on where I was standing when I originally recorded it, which is a huge improvement. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to feed what we got out of that directly into the stream replay mod file, browse. Okay, let's see how this looks. So this should now be at full 60 frames a second, right? And we can try that again. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are then going to open up the keyframe presets and save looking up as keyframe preset 1. Then we're going to remove, let's hide this. We're going to remove this keyframe preset, or not preset, this keyframe and that keyframe. And then we're going to shoot one from up here. Now the problem is we actually want to roll back to this time code so we can see where the original structure starts. Uh-oh. Spill my drink. Blop, blop, blop. Not optimal. Okay. So we want to have the location for this. I think kind of as much as we can fill the screen while still showing. The problem is I want to show the stairs. And I want to show it coming down here. So it's hard to not have a lot of empty dead space there. A little bit higher. Boom. That's going to be the whole thing. Okay. So hold position. Render camera path. So this is going to be, whoops, wrong file name. So this is going to be sand B2. This is the same exact time frame, but from a different angle. So we can show that from a few different angles. And if we got like 4 frames of it, we could even show them simultaneously or something. Like, what? Eclectic Journey says, "Is your Patreon server child friendly?" It's not really for that. Patreon is only you're not really supposed to be on Discord if you're not 13. Like I'm not going out of my way. So basically, yeah, the Discord that we coordinate on is 13 and up because all Discords are 13 and up. But the assumption is it's generally for people to be playing who are able to pay for it themselves. Dang it. Okay. So close. And let's try that one. And we want to open up Jev Sand B1. Okay. And we are going to play that. It's not bad. I obviously should have made that taller, but I think that's going to look good in the episode. So, Anyway, let's go ahead and it is time to find someone to raid because I need to get back into the editing bay so I can get an episode out. The most challenging part of having the Empire's people on HermitCraft is they are so fun. A lot of my day is structured so I would like edit kind of in the mornings right after I drop my kid off at school because I would stream at night. But like everybody's online in the morning, so I want to stream and play online instead of editing in the morning. So I'm getting a ton of great footage, but I need to turn it into episodes sooner or later. So don't worry, I'm catching up this evening. It looks like our friend Liara is playing on the Truly Bedrock server tonight. Why don't we go ahead and raid Liara at twitch.tv/Liara/raid Liara. For the person who was asking about kid-friendly servers, the best server you can run for your kid is one you run yourself for them and their friends. Like, just get a Minecraft realm for your kid and their friends to play on and administer it yourself. Don't try to find a community for them. Why is this not, Liara link not going out on YouTube? I don't know. I'm trying to post to the YouTube chat and it's not working. Now it's working. Now it went through twice. Woo! Okay. So, anyway. We are having a fun night. Thank you so much to everybody who showed up, hung out, supported the stream financially. Y'all are all appreciated. When you get over to Liara's raid or stream, say howdy y'all. Joe Hill's raid here. And until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Do-do-do-do. Stop streaming.